Andrew Cuomo get nominated for an Emmy.
Oh, congratulations.
Governor Andrew M. Cuomo of New York received the International Emmy Founders Award in recognition of his leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic and his masterful use of TV to inform and calm people around the world. The Emmy will be presented to New York Governor Cuomo on November 23rd.
He calmed the world.
Boy, I hope he gets his Netflix special, too, while we're at it. Wow. How low is the bar to get an Emmy? Hey, are you an elected official who can talk on TV? Yeah? Here's your Emmy. So you know what this is, right? This is the Emmy people trying to flip off Donald Trump. Doing something horrible, giving people the wrong impression of Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo is a killer. Andrew Cuomo is worse than Trump when it comes to coronavirus. Are you shitting me? Because he gives a good press conference while he's cutting $400 million from the health budget during a pandemic? I wonder, so he already got this award, right? What day is today? Today's the 24th, so he already got this award. I wonder what he said in his speech. I'd like to thank my brother Fredo at CNN. You know, if you put Fredo in the title of a video, they'll demonetize it. That's how much Google protects their oligarchy. Too bad Andrew Cuomo didn't whistle while he was doing a press conference. Otherwise, they could have given him a fucking Grammy too. This is real. You want to know who Andrew Cuomo really is? Andrew Cuomo is no hero. He's to blame for New York's coronavirus catastrophe. And of course, the people in Hollywood are giving him an award. Oh, it's the International Emmy? Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
It's the International Emmy Founders Foundation.
Yes.
Oh, okay. His record was terrible before coronavirus, but his abysmal handling of the crisis should get him thrown out of office. But instead, the TV people are going to give him an award. Andrew Cuomo is to blame for New York City's coronavirus catastrophe. And you know what I say? Start spreading that news. Cuomo's record was shameful long before coronavirus began. He enabled the IDC. Who's the IDC? Well, they're Republicans who called themselves independent Democrats. They're a group of conservative Democrat state lawmakers, and they allied with Republican minorities to block progressive legislation. And Andrew Cuomo would always side with the conservative Democrats who had joined with Republicans to block progressive legislation. Before the pandemic, he pushed through Medicaid cuts. Before the pandemic, Andrew Cuomo was cutting Medicaid. And it shut down necessary hospital space in the name of efficiency, despite the warnings of medical professionals. So that's what Andrew Cuomo was doing before the pandemic, cutting hundreds of millions of dollars out of their health budget and shutting down hospital space. And he screwed homeless people over on New Year's Day. I wonder if the awards committee took all that stuff under consideration. No, I guess not. Hey, Andrew Cuomo won't back down on Medicaid cuts, even if it means spurning billions of dollars in coronavirus aids. By the way, that thumbs up, that's for the insurance companies. That's not for fucking you. So the people who are giving him this award must be the same people who gave Barack Obama's Peace Prize award to him, right? Mm-hmm. And on April 3rd, as 3,000 New Yorkers already lay dead from the virus and hospitals like Elmhurst and Queens were overwhelmed with cases, Cuomo forced through further Medicaid cuts, slashing $400 million from hospital budgets. Medicaid's cuts makes the state budget. There it is. Give that guy an award. Somebody give that guy an award. New York hospitals face $400 million in cuts even as virus battle rages. Cuomo's Medicaid cuts included reduced payments to hospitals, tighter eligibility for certain long-term care benefits, and a massive shift in costs to the state's county governments, the financial strength of which varies greatly. Cuomo's new budget also maintained current levels of state education funding, which activists consider a de facto cut since the cost of schooling rises every year. For example, the impoverished Rochester School District has already announced that it plans to eliminate 236 jobs in order to fund the coming school year. Governors don't do global pandemics, Cuomo faults others over virus. The governor accused various world and federal health groups, as well as the news media, of not sufficiently warning the world of the coronavirus outbreak. What a fucking piece of shit.
If only he knew somebody in the news that could be able to report these.
If only he knew somebody in the news. The governor has failed to take responsibility for the obvious failures, consistently blaming others, and at one point even saying governors don't do pandemics. Actually, some governors just don't read their state's pandemic plans. Look, I don't do pandemics. Donor dinners, those I do. You are asking a governor to govern? That is a bridge too far. Hollywood giving Andrew Cuomo an Emmy after he gave his healthcare industry donors legal immunity when their profit-maximizing business practices killed nursing home residents during the pandemic. That's exactly what Andrew Cuomo did, by the way. So the nursing homes killed their people, and he gave them immunity. Why? Because they gave him money. It's a disaster, said the co-executive director of Citizens Action of New York. He just doubled down on his disinvestment in our communities at a time when, in the past month, there was an opportunity to make the government work for people who were already in crisis. And now it's crisis on top of crisis. He blew it. But much of the press has ignored this, focusing instead on Cuomo's aesthetic presentation, his poise during press conferences, his dramatic statements about taking responsibility, even when he obviously hasn't. I love Andrew Cuomo was getting an Emmy for keeping folks calm and informed during the pandemic while Trump was busy telling folks to inject bleach. Fun fact, Trump never got an Emmy. That's that bullshit Brooklyn dad guy.
Yeah. Real defiant there.
That's that blue MAGA. MAGA and brunch liberals deserve each other. Goddamn right. And here's what I said. This is known as establishment mindfuckery. His handling of COVID was disastrous. He also presided over a decade of hospital closures and consolidations, prioritizing cost savings over keeping popular healthcare institutions open. He killed thousands of old people. 2.7 thousand likes. I don't want to brag. But it's in life, not important to be right. It's important to be retweeted. So that's the establishment. It's just we live in an up is down, black is white, in is out world right now. You turn on the news, I'm expecting them to tell me the sky is green. You know, as Garrison Keillor said, you'd learn more from just sitting on a couch drinking a bottle of gin than you would from watching the news. I'm paraphrasing. You'd learn more about the world by lying on the couch and drinking gin out of the bottle than by watching the news. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.